the UCCU Center in beautiful Orem, Utah, just outside Salt Lake City for another outstanding night of mixed martial arts action. It's Showdown Fights number 11, Buckles versus Bell. Hey everybody, I'm Jay Adams alongside my always outstanding partners Johnny Ritchie and Tandy Suter. And guys, we have an outstanding heavyweight matchup that everybody could look forward to. Lucas Tabor versus Nick Rossborough. And this Nick Rossborough guy is huge. What can we look forward to in this heavyweight matchup?
Well, Lucas Tabor he's the shorter fighter, but he's also the light heavyweight champion of the Gladiator Challenge. So no matter what, he's the challenger, but he is the champion. He's gonna come out and he's gonna be swinging bombs, and he's gonna show him that he is the champion.
Well, that's right. Well, Nick Rossborough, another champion. This kid is the king of the cage champion. Just brought home that shiny new piece of hardware just recently, and he's looking to put his stamp on the Showdown and say, look, I think I've got what it takes to move on and eventually one day fight Jan Jorgensen, the man.
Champ versus champ in the heavyweight division. That should be a great battle. Let's talk about the main event. Talk about a great battle. Flash Gordon Bell will be stepping into the cage to try to take the belt away from Justin Buckles in the lightweight division. What can we look forward to in that matchup?
Well, we've got Justin Buckles, who is our champion. He has been training with some of the top guys in the UFC. They've got an amazing coach, Dwayne Ludwig, who has come in and, really tightened up their skills, and I think we'll see a different guy.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to have to be a different guy if he's going to be facing Gordon Flash Bell. I mean, this kid deserves the opportunity. He deserves the chance. He got knocked out by Dave Castillo. But let me tell you something. He is a new and improved fighter. And I don't know if you can improve on perfection, but this kid has done it. He's ready to fight Justin Buckles, and he's ready to take home that championship belt.
Going to be a highly technical fight. Really looking forward to that one. A lot of other great fights on this card as well. It's Showdown Fights number 11, Bell versus Buckles. Let's hit it. This fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. You're getting a great look there at Quadzilla, Brad Darrington. And you were telling me, Tandy, Quadzilla, now I know why. Look at the legs on that guy. They're tree trunks.
No doubt. If I'm AJ, stay away from the kicks, brother. But AJ Tovey training out of the Kingdom Club training facility with Jake Paul in the Snake Pit. All around great wrestlers over there.
Tovey's got a good wrestling background as well, Johnny.
Yeah,
Should
they
be
both
good ground game. Yeah, Tovey's a 7-time All-State wrestler as well, so we could see a great ground battle here.
Well, Tovey's not shy to throw punches, even though he was taken down and he rolled on top, threw a couple punches. Now these guys are in kind of the bull's horns are locked position here. Oh, and a big right there by Tovey.
Toby's a big, strong dude. Look at that, the arms and the shoulders on him. But as a fighter, Tandy, are those muscles beneficial, or can you actually gas out due to lactic acid after a while?
Well, you can, but it depends on the training. He has those muscles from actually fight training. He's just a big, thick guy. So it can in a way, but he has more wrestler muscles. He's ready for it, and he's
But
just
what
fine.
always worries me when you take an amateur like AJ Tovey, he's never fought before, and he comes in and he just gives it all. But then he winds up on his back right here with Brad Darrington inside of his guard and now transitioning, and he's throwing a couple elbows and a couple little punches right there.
He's locking a hold of Brad's leg so that he can't mount him. But Brad, I mean, it doesn't matter. He's still going to be able to ground and pound in that position.
Well, he's taking some,
Which he is
AJ's
right there.
taking some punches right there, but you see blood coming from the nose of Brad Darrington, so he ate a few of Tovey's shots a little earlier on in the round.
Darrington looking to posture up, keep those elbows coming down on Toby's face.
He's got that elbow, he's got that arm trapped. He kneeled right down on top of it, and now he's kind of a crucifix position almost, and now he's just hammering him. Big shots.
Brad's doing a great job of controlling him with his hips. I mean, he's not moving. He's got him caught up against the cage.
Toby's not doing anything from the waist down either.
No,
stacked.
he's just flat as a board, and Rosenthal's looking ready to stop this thing.
That's it.
And that's it.
Wow. At 105, and Darrington wins his third Andy fight. You think he's not stoked? Oh my goodness.
Godzilla. Stepping up, man. Great job. What a stud.
Face kind of overwhelmed there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with the time of 1:56 coming off the clock in the first round, let's hear it for your winner, Brad Darrington. This bout is an amateur contest at a catch weight of 165 pounds and will consist of three 3-minute rounds. It is sponsored by Section 8 Clothing. Fighting out of the blue corner with a record of 1 win and no losses. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. Fighting out of Bountiful, Utah, representing Team Apocalypse. Let's hear it for Jared Rivas. And now, fighting out of the red corner, with a record of 1 win and no losses, standing 5 feet inches tall, fighting out of Orem, Utah, representing the Pit Elevated. Let's hear it for Adam Twilight Ninja.
Guys, this should be a really good matchup at 165. Both these guys undefeated as amateurs. Obviously, Adam Nijum has a big contingent here in Orem. A good matchup.
Absolutely, Jared Rivas. Not a lot known about this guy other than you know, he won his last fight, his first amateur fight. Talking to his corner, said this kid can bang. You know, he throws straight punches, and he's not afraid to headhunt. He'll knock dudes out.
Right, they're both headhunting right now.
Long, lanky 165ers, about 6'3", 6'2" each.
They're both long and lanky, but they also both need to drop those hips to be
Oh,
able
and a huge uppercut right there by Twilight. Lands on the mouth of Jared Rivas and knocks him to his back. Wow.
Rivas trying to defend, trying to get out of here, but Adam is all over him.
Being relentless, punch after punch.
Rivas is in a lot of trouble here, but he seems to be gathering the cobwebs. He's young, that's in his favor, just 20 years old, but that's it.
Wow. What an onslaught. Adam Twilight Nijum, are you kidding me? Ramsey Nijum's brother, Ramsey Nijum, of course, fighting in the UFC, and
Great
Twilight coming out doing his brother proud. Wow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with the time of 47 seconds coming off the clock in the first round, let's hear it for your winner by TKO, Adam Twilight Ninja.
Alrighty, time for our next fight, and this is in the middleweight division. You're getting a good look right there at the Madman, Colton Vaughn, fighting out of Hardcore under Brandon Shuey, Gabriel Miranda, Josh Hernandez. He's 5-2 as a pro, 8-1 as an amateur, just 21 years old. Already a good amount of experience as a pro for just a 21-year-old.
Yeah, man. We saw him last fight Jake Kuhn in the last Showdown event, and Jake Kuhn is a beast. And Jake ended up beating Colton by strikes. So you know, Colton's got a little, gonna exact a little revenge as far as getting a win inside of this cage. Man, he wants to show this Utah crowd that he's got what it takes to be the man over here at the Showdown.
He is the possessor of a 32-second knockout by overhand right. He lists that as his greatest moment in MMA to date.
Very proud of it.
Colton Vaughn, tough stand-up fighter and a good wrestling background as well.
Big, strong kid, man. If I remember right, him against Jake Kuhn, and Jake Kuhn was, was more superior as far as being physical, and Colt did a fantastic job of even subduing that until Jake landed that big shot that got on top of him and pounded him out. But, Colton's here to fight, man. This is a gamer. This kid's for real.
He beat Jared Hatch, brother of Jerome Hatch.
He knows the Jerome brothers well. He's fought them both.
That's right. Lost to Jerome.
There he is right there, his opponent, the murderer, Brandon Melendez. Brandon, a seasoned veteran, fighting a long time, an amazing amount of fights for just a 30-year-old. That's an awful lot of fights.
Oh, no doubt about it, man. And I tell you, I've seen this guy, Jay, since his very first fight over 12 years ago. He's been in the sport for 12 years mixing it up. And Brandon was a legend around these parts. He was one of the original bad boys here in the state of Utah. A lot of people love this guy. He's friends with everybody in the MMA community. And I wouldn't doubt it if him and Colt are pals. I mean, Brandon's a lovable guy. He looks mean and vicious, but he's a great guy and a really good ambassador for the sport of mixed martial arts. One of my favorites.
Looking to get back into the win column, suffered a couple losses his last couple times out, but he assures us that he is back, and we're going to see the old Brandon Melendez, that ground and pound sensation. Great boxing, has heavy hands.
Heavy hands, and I don't know if you guys know this, but about 6 months ago, Brandon was stabbed at a local nightclub, and he was fighting for his life. And literally, they thought he wasn't going to survive his injuries. He ends up fighting through it, getting better. Literally 2 weeks after, he's at the gym training. Total comeback story. Almost died.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. In fact, this is no joke. That's the same incident. A guy that was with him at the nightclub died from the stabbing. And Brandon was in the hospital for a month or so and ended up getting out, starting training, and now he's back fighting. This was like 6 or 7 months ago. So he's back.
Wow. Was his friend, was that Daniel Fonseca? You know?
I'm not sure.
He did dedicate the fight to Daniel Fonseca, so I'm not sure if that's the same gentleman or not.
All right, fight fans, this bout is a professional contest in the middleweight division and will consist of 3 5-minute rounds. It is sponsored by VA Mortgage Leader. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man has a record of 4 wins and only 2 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds, fighting out of Boise, Idaho, representing Team Hardcore. Let's hear it for Colton Vaughn. And now, fighting out of the red corner, this man has a record of 17 wins and 21 losses, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds, fighting out of Bountiful, Utah, representing the Pit Elevated. Let's hear it for Brandon, the Murderer, Melendez.
Pit Elevated, but I think they messed that up. That's not right.
Yeah, I got Team Rockwell.
Yeah, Team Rockwell, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's representing the.
Is he representing you in this
Yeah,
one?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Like I said, he's one of my
You're
favorites.
going to have to talk to Hans on that one.
That's all right.
All right, here we go. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Colton Vaughn in the black and white trunks. Brandon Melendez in the solid black trunks. Colton Vaughn with the height advantage right out of the gate. 6'2" versus 5'10". 4-inch difference. Melendez clearly with the experience, though.
Yeah, man, 50, 60-something fights. Oh, but he's got to be careful when he spins around after that missed kick. Colton almost made him pay for that right there.
You always have to expect that they're going to counter after a kick.
Yeah. Ooh, big right by Colton Vaughn, just missing. Oh, and Brandon clipped him right there on the chin with that left.
They're trying to catch that
yeah,
kick.
he's got to be careful because Colton's so long. He tries to catch that kick. Oh!
Wow.
And a nice takedown by Colton as Brandon went for that switch. And shuffled his feet a little bit, and Colton did a good job of sinking in and getting that, closing the distance there and looking for this takedown.
Melendez trying to get his right hand over the head of
Yeah,
Vaughn.
he's kind of caught. He's trying to pull.
Trying to get back under, and Vaughn doing a good job of getting him down to the canvas.
Brandon's got to get out of this position, man. Especially with Colton Vaughn being a big, strong,
having that height.
wrestler, yeah, and having that height. I mean, he doesn't want to be here.
Colton Vaughn, a wrestling champion, and a very impressive wrestling pedigree for sure. Brandon Melendez getting out of it with 3:20 left to go in the opener.
Brandon with a little smile on his face.
Into the
Nice
clinch
Nice
they
knee
go.
by
Brandon.
Brandon Melendez right there. Nice.
Oh, that buckled his knee.
Got him with that.
And Melendez stalking Colton.
Oh, nice! Nice shot to the head by Brandon Melendez. He's got him in a funky position here.
He almost wants to clear that left leg. It's almost
Oh!
got
Working
that-
that arm. Oh!
Wow.
oh, that's a nasty position right now.
Brandon Melendez taking advantage of that left arm, and he's bending it all the way.
That's it.
And he tapped out Brandon Melendez.
Wow.
Woo-hoo!
At 2 minutes and 20 seconds of the opener, Brandon Melendez moving to a much better 18-21 as a pro. And Colton Vaughn had no choice, guys.
No
He had to
choice.
tap out.
Hey, Brandon Melendez doing a fantastic job of taking full advantage of his position. He saw that arm isolated, grabbed onto that thing and twisted it like there's no tomorrow.
And here was the beginning of the end for Colton Vaughn. You can see Melendez walking him down. He stalked him right over to the cage.
It looked like he hurt his knee.
With that leg kick, may have.
And here's the end, guys.
Yep, Brandon Melendez, huh? Way to take advantage of position, man. That's awesome.
All right, fight fans, let's hear it for these two fighters. Put your hands together. With a time of 2 minutes and 30 seconds coming off the clock in the first round, let's hear it for your winner by Kimura, Brandon the Murderer
Nick Rossborough is the current King of the Cage heavyweight champion. He'll be taking on Lucas Tabor, the current Gladiator Challenge light heavyweight champion. This is a classic David and Goliath matchup.
My name's Lucas Tabor. I'm fighting out of House of Rue in Las Vegas, Nevada. He's a lot bigger than me. Last June, I was fighting at 185 pounds. So I took some time off and I've moved up in weight. He's naturally a big, strong guy, very durable. He's got strong hands, and I mean, he's able to bully.
My name is Nick Rossborough. I train out of Jeremy Horn's Elite Performance, Salt Lake City, Utah. As tall as I am and as big as I am pretty fast as well. So people don't expect that coming from me. As any opponent facing me has to watch out for the hands.
Nick is a seasoned fighter who is excited and ready to put on a show for his fans, who he hasn't fought in front of for over 3 years.
I had a run with Strike Force, no longer in business no more, and that's it. And now I'm here locally at home, and I'm excited for this fight.
Tabor is ready to leave everything he has inside the cage. He will not back down from Nick Rossborough.
Everything that I've built on my career will be on the line. It's a huge step up for me, and I imagine I'll be a huge underdog. Don't underestimate me.
For him to come in and accept the fight, he's got a lot of balls, but he's going to go down.
I'm not concerned with records. I'm not concerned with wins, losses, pushing to a draw. I'm concerned with living and dying. I'll be prepared to die in the cage if necessary. I hope you will be.
Stepping into the arena first, Mr. Lucas Tabor. Lucas Tabor says, I know I'm the underdog in this fight, but do not underestimate me. Got a 12-5 pro record, 2-0 as an Annie. Ron Frazier, his principal trainer, will be cornering him tonight. He said he's got a couple of real close friends and real lifelong brothers from being in this sport. The sport's really changed his life.
I love to hear that, man, when MMA's really affected people, you know what I mean, totally changed around whether their personality or who they were. You know, you see a lot of guys that, you know, could be in jail or dead, but they get into the sport and it totally changes their lifestyle, their attitude, their being. It's always great to hear that kind of stuff.
You get a chance to talk to these guys, and you saw that very good package, Tandy, by the way. Did you have a chance to talk to these guys about their thoughts on the match?
Not him. I haven't
not
talked to him
Lucas?
yet. Yeah, not Lucas yet.
Well, he looks like a big, strong dude, man. You know what I mean? He's coming to this thing fighting at 85, then 205, and now up to, what, 235 is what he weighed in at?
What exactly does it mean that he'll die in the cage? What exactly will he
Hey,
do?
give it a, I don't know, man. I don't think I've ever heard someone say that before. I don't know.
Right.
He's leaving it all on the line. He's, you know that old saying, if you want to take the island, you got to burn your boats behind you. Yeah. And that's what he's
I
saying.
actually haven't heard that one.
Yeah, it's a good one. You want to take the island, burn your boats. Showdown fight number 11. This is the heavyweight matchup. You are looking at Lucas Tabor right there. He's getting ready to meet his opponent. Heavy. Yeah. In every sense of the word, this is the guy who has to cut down to make it 265.
And I remember him back when he was like 185.
Yeah, Rossborough used to fight at 185.
Holy smokes. Well, he's a little over 6'5" now, weighing in right around 250. And there he is, the big man, the 31-year-old Nick Rossborough. Fighting out of a elite performance under Jeremy Horn.
Yeah, man, Nick Rossborough, another one of those guys, man, that's been in the game a long, long time. I remember the first time this guy fought here in the state of Utah, and since then, he has been on a tear, moving up in a couple different weight classes, fighting and beating guys, winning state champions here in the state, had his run with Strike Force, then Gladiator Challenge, King of the Cage. Now he says, I want to make Showdown my new home, and I got to beat the top dudes to get my chance to fight Jan Jorgensen.
The current holder of the King of the Cage Heavyweight Championship strap. This is a battle of champs.
Yeah.
As you were saying, Tandy, earlier on, with Lucas Tabor holding the light heavyweight Gladiator Challenge title. Nick Rossborough, the heavyweight champion and King of the Cage. And this is a little bit like it, if I was to liken this to a boxing match, it's like when Riddick Bowe took on Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield's really a cruiserweight.
Yeah, cruiserweight.
He had to pump himself up to make
To get there, yeah. Yep.
But Rossborough had to bring it on down. So you're looking at a true heavyweight versus a cruiserweight here in the heavyweight division.
All right, fight fans, this bout is a professional contest in the heavyweight division and will consist of 3 5-minute rounds. It is sponsored by US MRI. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man has a record of 11 wins and 5 losses. He stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 245 pounds. He fights out of Boise, Idaho, representing the House of Ryu. Let's hear it for Lucas Tabor. And now, fighting out of the red corner, this man has a record of 22 wins and 16 losses. He stands 6 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 247 pounds, fighting out of Bountiful, Utah, representing Jeremy Horn's Elite Training Center. Let's hear it for the real Slim Shady of MMA, Nick Rossborough.
Clearly Nick Rossborough, the favorite, at least in terms of the fans here.
Yeah, there's his fans.
And Nick Rossborough, the real Slim Shady of MMA.
Dana White gave him that nickname.
Is that right?
Dana White gave it to him.
Wow. Here we go.
Nope,
round
he
number
said,
one.
nope,
Wow.
don't want to touch no gloves.
Lucas Tabor, the self-professed underdog here in this heavyweight fight, and just a huge difference in size. As we were saying, this is a cruiserweight, maybe even a light heavyweight facing a true heavyweight here.
Nick Rossborough, patient. You see, kind of stalking around a little bit. Lucas kind of that up and down motion where Rossborough is a little bit more. Oh, nice leg kick right there. It looks a little bit more fluid.
Well, Lucas Tabor's got tree trunks to kick with.
Yeah.
It's going to be so hard for Lucas to get inside.
Yeah.
Just,
Ooh,
you saw that.
nice leg kick.
He's got to leap forward to. Oh, it's
Little
ill-advised.
Nope. Rossborough wants him up.
Lucas Tabor slipped.
Yeah.
Oh, nice inside leg kick. Nice check.
Push kick right there by Nick Rossborough.
Lucas is trying to throw that left hook, but he's not stepping in on it because
Yeah,
he just
exactly.
doesn't have range.
Yeah. I mean, he's missing by a lot.
Oh!
Nasty
Straight
right.
down the pipe! Smashes him on his chin and drops him to his back there, right against the fence.
Lucas Tabor trying to grab
Now
an
look,
arm.
this is the range you don't want to be a part of right here. Nick Rossborough could almost stand flat-footed, not bending his back, and punch him in the head from where he's standing.
Huge advantage.
Huge.
Have a chance to see Lucas work off his back. Yeah, that's what Lucas ought to do right now, is try to tie up Rossborough as much as he can to get the stand up.
Well, I'm surprised Nick isn't just shoving off and saying, I mean, Nick's not a submission guy. His ground and pound is okay, but I mean, Nick's better on his feet. He's
Right.
slick.
Yeah, Lucas,
nice
bad move by
elbow.
Lucas. He should be keeping him in tight.
Yeah.
He just moved his left arm and it allowed Rossborough to posture up.
Oh, Nick's got to be careful. Oh, when he pulls it right out.
There we go.
Well, as you said there, cut over the forehead
wow.
there of Tabor.
I was-
That could be a problem, could bleed into the eyes from where it is.
I was about to say that Nick is turning those elbows over like we were saying earlier, that if you turn that elbow over and use the point of the elbow, you can cut, obviously.
And it worked.
It did.
That's a,
Oh!
wow, he rocked
Wow.
him. Tabor's staying in there, though. And that's
No,
all.
yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's what you call a walk-off knockout.
Oh, this is scary right
Big
here.
Nick, baby.
Don't fall on me.
Yeah.
He's right above me. Just don't fall.
Yeah.
That's a big man to have land on you from 20 feet up.
Wow, dude, he rocked him with that shot, man.
I love that. It's a walk-off knockout.
That's a walk-off knockout. Bang! And then you think he's done? Yeah, he's done.
Just walked away. He walked away before Rosendahl even
Good
called
call
on.
that he did.
The Dogs with the USMRI team.
That's right, USMRI. I love him.
Yep.
I use him.
Checking out that cut.
Tabor's got nothing to hang his head up, man. He got in the cage with a huge human being. Just that alone, he deserves a lot of credit. Here it is, guys.
Absolutely.
He had that reach.
Oh, that was the first one when he gets him. Let's see if we can see that. The knockout, the walk-off knockout replay. Nick's trying to find it. Where's it at? Let me see it. Let's see my handiwork.
So Nick Rossborough, that's his third win in a row. He moves to 23-16 as a pro. The tall man. A great night for him. And conversely, Lucas Tabor's going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Here we go, right here. Right there on the chin. I think he's done. Bang! Ooh, yep.
He was already walking away before.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, hats off to Lucas Tabor, man, for getting in here and even trying it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He had some great leg kicks in there, too.
With a time of 2 minutes and 50 seconds coming off the clock in the first round, let's hear it for your winner by TKO, the real Slim Shady of MMA, Nick Rossborough.
Justin Buckles, Showdown Fights lightweight champion. This UFC veteran has called upon a wealth of knowledge and experience to earn that belt. He's beaten 3 of Showdown's best lightweights. And tonight, he'll have to do it again. This time against Gordon the Flash Bell. This Utah native comes in with an impressive 9-1 record, and only one thing on his mind.
We stopped Dave Castillo. He stopped Clay Collar. I'm one of the last Utah boys still left that's gonna have the tools to put him away. So I want that belt back in Utah. Utah deserves to have that belt. It's a Utah show. Utah boys are gonna take it home.
Well, I say 3 other guys from Utah who are better than you thought the same thing, and the belt stayed in California, and that's where it's going home. Bottom line, there's no way he's leaving with my belt. The belt sleeps at my house. It belongs to me. The reason I keep winning is, I don't know, I'm a winner. You know, I stay in there, I hang out. They think I'm about out of there, but I'm not going anywhere, and I end up winning. It's weird. I don't really understand it.
Regardless of how the fight starts, a champion will always find a way to win. Not a single Showdown fighter has figured out a way to defeat Justin Buckles. But Gordon Bell thinks he has the solution.
I've been doing martial arts for 11 years. I have a ton of experience. I've done boxing matches, I've done grappling matches, I've done cage fights. I've been here, there, and everywhere. There's nothing you can do in this sport that's going to surprise me. At the end of the night, anything can happen, but I believe that I have the tools to throw them away, and I will find that hole, and I will bring that belt home, guaranteed.
One of the hardest working fighters in MMA, Bell has put himself in the position to bring the belt home, a goal that he has taken very seriously. And with Bell's strength on the ground, he poses a very real threat to Justin Buckles.
I'm not worried about his jiu-jitsu. He can't even spell jiu-jitsu. He trains at Fusion MMA. What is that? Who's his black belt instructor? I got Fabio Prado, Dustin Akbari. These are world champions. I train with those guys every day. What world champion is he training with? Can Gordon Bell break me in this fight? Yes, anything's possible. But will it happen? No, no way. Not this guy. Not from that gym, you know. Not bringing with the jiu-jitsu. I'm gonna beat this guy's ass.
He comes out of Team Alpha Male, and those guys are legend. Those guys, I mean, if it was the days of ancient Greece, they'd be considered demigods, you know. They're legend in MMA. But he's been handed almost a birthright. I've earned this. I've dug through the trenches. I fought my way up. I made it here on my own. I've been working hard. I'm gonna keep working hard. And I got the skills and the tools to put him away. So I'm coming for him, bottom line.
There he is. Flash. Gordon Bell. Utah's favorite son. Trying to get the belt back into Utah. Flash Gordon, his only loss to Dave Castillo. Winning his last fight by nasty knee bar over Sean Collins. And wanting this belt so badly. So intense. And you heard what he said. Can anything happen in the cage? Absolutely. But I am going for the belt. He wants it. And if anybody can take it from Justin Buckles, man, it is Gordon Flash Bell. This is the guy who beat Ramsey Nitcham, beat Dave Castillo by nasty twister. This is the guy who was a third-degree black belt in cage martial arts. He's a black belt in freestyle jiu-jitsu, 2-time karate world champion. And just all-around awesome guy.
Yeah, man, it's all-around great guy. Once again, a guy that fights with emotion. He's not afraid to lay it on the line. You saw with that knockout with Dave Castillo. I mean, the first time that this kid had ever tasted defeat, you know. So, yeah, man, he's coming to this thing looking to take that belt from Justin Buckles. He wants it. He wants it to stay here in Utah, and he wants it. You know, he wants to be known as the baddest 155er in the state of Utah, and if not, in the country.
With Sean Power, or he actually pulled off a knee bar to Sean
Richmond. He's got some position on strikes as well. Obviously that karate background that comes into play in his striking wins as well. He's got a striking win over your guy, Bergdorf, James Bergdorf.
He absolutely does.
He's got some win on strikes over Corey Peters. He's got TKO over Justin Schubert.
He's a tough SOB, man. There's no doubt about it.
Gordon Flash Bell.
Can you keep up?
And here is his opponent, the champ himself, Justin Buckles, the holder of the Showdown Lightweight Championship strap, held proudly behind his head. And he said, that's coming home to sleep with me tonight.
Look at that crew behind him.
Yeah. Somewhat of a good team behind him, right? You see Dwayne Bang Ludwig, Uriah, the California kid Faber back there.
Yeah, Lance Palmer, DJ Dillashaw,
Mendez, what's right there? What's his name?
Chad Mendez.
Chad Mendez.
Great guys.
Team Alpha Male supporting the lightweight champion here. Justin Buckles, the holder of the ASC lightweight belt, Iron Sport lightweight belt, is a UFC vet focused on the Ultimate Fighter, and of course, the Showdown 55 title holder here in Salt Lake City, Utah. And he's got phenomenal wins over some of the best Utah has thrown at him. This is really Utah's last stand, isn't it?
Yeah, this is it, man. I don't know. If Gordon Bell doesn't do it, I don't know who can here in the state of Utah.
Buckles wins over Dave Castillo on strikes. Clay Collard on guillotine. Got a win over Steve Sharp. These are the best Utah guys out there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is a professional contest for the Showdown Fights Lightweight Championship. It will consist of 5-minute rounds. It is sponsored by VA Mortgage Leader. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man holds a record of 9 wins and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighed in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of St. George, Utah, representing Fusion MMA. Let's hear it for Gordon Flash Bell. And now, fighting in the red corner, this man has a record of 14 wins and 7 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Sacramento, California, representing Team Alpha Male. Let's hear it for Justin Buckles. Your referee in charge of the fight, Josh Rosenthal.
All right, gentlemen, been over your instructions. I expect a clean fight. Obey my commands all times. Defend yourselves all times. Touch gloves, go back, let's do this.
All righty.
Here it is, man. Woo! I'm so excited for this one. Here it is. It's all on the line.
5-minute rounds. Can Bell wrestle the belt from Buckles? Here we go.
Gloves.
Gordon Flash Bell in the black and yellow trunks. Justin Buckles in the solid black trunks with white trim. This will be one of Justin Buckles' biggest tests to date.
Nice right elbow.
In the
Nice combination
Wow.
by Gordon Flash right there, man. Looking for that submission, then hit him with a nice combo.
This fight will test Buckles on every level. On the ground, he will see an incredible submission artist in Gordon Flash Bell.
Right, they're both so technical on their feet.
Yep. Oh, Bell,
Oh my God, he's
Bell
got
thinks
it.
He has it.
He's got it. He's got it on
Yeah.
tight.
Oh, wow. He thought he had it too.
I thought he had it, man. I thought that thing was on.
Man, he's explosive.
So
So
explosive.
fast.
25 years old.
No, Justin
No, he's
has
got to
that
get his
guillotine.
head out of that guillotine.
Gordon trying to turn to get out of it. Nice lead hook by Justin Buckles.
Oh!
Right head kick to cross.
And Bell gives him some back too. They're standing and trading now.
Ooh,
Oh, man,
barely
head
slipped.
kick.
Oh!
Tagged him. He's hurt.
He's out.
He's
He's
out.
out.
He's out. He's
And
out.
it's over. At 2 minutes and 45 seconds of round number one, Justin Buckles keeps his belt.
He keeps the belt.
Justin Buckles clipped Gordon Flash Bell. And then that's all he needed. He jumped in, took advantage of it, put him away at 2:45. KO win for Justin Buckles. Here it is right here. You see Buckles will clip him, and after the clipping, he jumps on.
Here it is. Training. Oh, this is when we thought that he had the guillotine choke. He had that thing on. Justin Buckles being the crafty vet sneaks out and goes around, man. Right here, there's a little transition. Gordon starts rushing in, and the Gordon's corner was saying, back out, back out, back out, not yet, not yet, not yet. And Justin with that big kick, then that overhand. Oh my God, these guys are getting after it. Backs out right there. You can see the end of the fight.
Bell is very upset. He is upset. Time to make this one official. Justin Buckles keeping his lightweight championship
All right,
belt.
fight fans, you're going to want to stick around. I want everybody to stick around. You're going to want to stick around for just a few more minutes. With a time of 2 minutes and 6 seconds coming off the clock in the first round, let's hear it for your lightweight champion, winner by knockout, Justin Buckles!
Well, it was a fast night. Some of the fights that we highlighted when we opened up the show ended really quickly. The Nick Rossborough, Lucas Tabor. In the end, Rossborough just too big.
Too big, too strong, too powerful. You know, he really proved that on this night. He is the better champion. So, Nick Rossborough, congratulations. We're looking forward to big things here in the Showdown cage.
Absolutely.
Gordon Bell and Justin Buckles in our main event went way faster than we thought. We thought it was going to be a grinder, definitely a 4 or 5 round championship rounds, and really technical. But in the end, well, Buckles took him out fast.
Yeah, Buckles caught him. TKO.
TKO, put him to sleep. And, it's Justin Buckles' style. We saw him do Castillo. Now, Gordon Flash Bell. We wondered who's next. Well, you saw Clay Collard says, pick me, pick me, pick me. I am the guy to take that belt. We'll just have to see.
So the rematch will happen, and you saw the trash talking. You know, Clay was saying everybody knows who had the beat down in that fight. Then, of course, at the end, Buckles saying, yeah, but I had your life in my hands, and the referee stopped it. So
yeah,
these guys don't like each other.
They don't, and that's what makes it so dang fun. And that's what makes it so fun.
All right, for my partners, Johnny Ritchie, Tandy Suter, I'm Jay Adams saying we'll see you next time on Showdown Fights on the United Fight Alliance Network.